It is Tuesday, November 17th, 2020. My name is Terry Morgan, and we're here to practice Tai Chi. We have some stretches in the small room form that we're doing, and this week we're working on strengthening the legs. Yesterday I gave an exercise, cloud hands, and we'll repeat that today. We're going to do a couple of other things as well. So let's get started. The one thing that I find it difficult to not have is my coffee in the morning, so I bring my coffee with me. Stand straight, feet about shoulder width apart, pull up through the crown of the head. It's a little chilly here this morning, so I have a sweater on, but I'm going to warm up here, so be alright. Relax and circle to the front. Back to both sides. Up along center line. Reach up. Reach out over the legs, bend the knees. Keep the circle smooth and continuous. So there's no stopping, no starting. Two more. Roll up. Reach up and inward. Elbows drop down. Wrist, fingertips, follow the fingertips down. Extend out, bend the knees. Arch through the back. Lift with the legs. Smooth and continuous, no stopping. Two more. Last time. We're in circles, left side, right side. I am not going to turn around. You start to your left. Follow the space between your hands. Keep your shoulders down. Center, other side. Turn through the waist and through the hip. Come to center, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, inward outward circle. Come up, center, extend outward, bend the knees, reach out, roll up through the spine. Reach up, inward, keep going, don't stop. One more time. My cat has decided she wants something. And come back to center. Relax, stay there. Let me take care of her. Hey, go. They like to go out in the morning. The sun's up now because of the time change, so they're telling me they'd like to go out. Anyway, all right, so with our stretches for this morning, I emphasized the idea of continuous movement. This idea that as we're moving, once we start, we don't stop. This is one of the fundamental concepts in Tai Chi. So, same principle applies to our form as to this exercise. Once we start, there's no do this move, stop here, go to the next move, stop there. It's complete this move, and as part of completing this move, I'm beginning the next move. Okay, so think about that yin-yang picture. At the beginning, at the extreme of yin, yin becomes yang. At the extreme of yang, yang becomes yin. Right? That swimming fish, right? They both go together. One increases, the other decreases. One, and vice versa. So this idea of smooth and continuous movement along a circular path. Right? Let's do our regular leg sets, and then I'm going to bring back this lower leg work. We'll do the clap hand set from yesterday, and then I have another set that we're going to do, and we'll practice our form. Okay? Feet about shoulder width apart. Hands behind your back. Stand straight. Shift left, open right. Sink into the right leg. Hip over the heel. Support the body through the back of the leg. Hey, lost my balance there for a second. There are a number of techniques that you can use to kind of recover. One of them is to direct the energy in the opposite way. So if I'm going to my right, and I've sort of lost my balance, if I can extend my left and put a little bit more weight over there, I may be able to recover. And in this case, that's what I did. Turn and straighten. Relax. All right, so stuff happens, it's live, I'm going to talk about it. This idea that, okay, as I'm going this way, and if I keep my weight, we talk about this, I talk about this in Tai Chi with push hands, right? So, good topic. I keep my weight over here. I'm going to keep going. On the other hand, if I reach out in this direction, I may be able to pull myself back. So how do I do that? It's not, I don't have to literally reach out my hand. I might. In this case, I started back here and my foot was up, right? Hands behind my back, so wasn't using my hands. Started here, started leaning over this way. My foot was up and I put more weight in my foot to bring myself back. This idea that you can change where your weight is, you can change where your center is another one of these fundamental things that we learn in practice. It's essential for push hands to understand your own weight, how to maneuver it, how to manipulate your own weight, your own center, and then be able to extend that so that you're able to manipulate the weight of your opponent, right? This principle of, I want to help you fall down, let me help you do that. You wanted to fall that way? Okay, let me help you, right? Alright, so the cloud hand set that I gave yesterday, let's be a bit wider than shoulder width. Right? So my shoulder width is give or take right about here. Alright, I'm going to open that up just a bit. And warm up the knees. I'm warming up my knees. So a little bend. Alright, you're going to ask your knees to do something. Your knees are one of the most abused joints in your body. Give them an opportunity to warm themselves up here. Mine need it. I definitely need to warm up my knees. So it's a fairly deep bend, right? And a lot of, you keep going, a lot of this kind of practice, this kind of set, is not necessarily this, I'm trying to warm up my knees, muscles need to work, right? So I'm not necessarily focused, yeah, a little turn to one side, turn to the other, yes I am. Alright, no, so we have with this, so just warm up the knees, it's a good thing to do. Alright, knee circles around the toe, doesn't go outside the toe, doesn't go inside the toe, right? Knee stays over the toe as you circle. Left side goes to the outside, around the outside of the foot, from the heel, come around to the right toe, around the outside of the foot, back to the inside, and switch legs. It's a figure 8. Right hand comes across and down. Left hand comes up, across, and down. And I'm focused on the legs today, this week actually. So I'm not going to talk so much about Pangujian in cloud hands today. It's there, ward off, press, pull down, push. It's all there. Okay. I'm working right now, give or take a little bit, I'm close to, yeah, 45-ish. A little bit more. The angle of my leg here, 90, 45-ish. More? Let's do more. Wider? Yes. Make sure your hips are warmed up for this one, right? Sink. Use the legs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It should. You should feel it in a hip. Mm-hmm. Knee goes around the toe. Oh, just a couple more. It's hard, yes. I know. All right, and center. Shift. 1, 2. All right. If you cannot stand up again, your legs are too wide, you need to come a little closer. Work to build up the strength so that you can. To that end, I have another exercise that we're going to work on today. And we may work on it a couple more times, but work on it today and tomorrow to build leg strength. Okay? And it's one of those that I'm going to introduce with the idea that I used to be able to do this reasonably well. It's a little iffy right now. I'm going to get better at it. Alright? So, we're going to start here. Same stance as we use for our most of our Taiji stepping, right? A little bit wider because I'm going to go lower. Okay? But again, this idea that you need to be able to move through. Alright, where I want to go with this is for this leg to be parallel to the floor. Not quite there yet. Back leg is straight. My hips are going to go this way. Alright? And toe. Right? There we go. Ah ha ha ha! See? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. Right? So, toe straight ahead. Sink into the leg. Push down. This pushes front and this goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you should feel it right here. I do. Okay. And so the hips push down, back leg pushes front. Same thing. Back leg going this way. Hips push down. Back leg pushes to the front. Sink down. Okay. And yeah, I want to make sure this is straight. Okay. Back stays straight. No leaning here, no leaning here. Straight down. Okay? Second one. It's going to take me a bit to get down there. Once I'm there, it's good. And it may take me a minute to get back up, and that's okay, because what I want to do is to build up the strength to do this set. I'm going to show you. And the only way to do it is to do it. Now I could go off and practice it on my own and come back and it's perfect and that'd be great. But part of my motivation, part of my intent, part of what I want to try to do with this series is to encourage people to practice. Practice is not perfect. Practice is never perfect. It's not. It's never gonna be. Right? You get up and put on a show, you perfect. Everything went perfectly. Yeah, great. Feels good. That's a show. Practice does not the show. Practice is, here we are, this is what we're doing. We're trying to get better at whatever it is that we're doing. So here we are. All right. So, and I'm also not of a mind that I have to be perfect at everything, because I'm not. I'm just not. All right. So with that in mind, we're here. Wide step. Wide step. We need to have a wide step for. You need to have a wide step for this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this foot, and I'm going to use my hands because my hip's not ready for it. And all the way down. All the way down. Okay? No hands. Use your hands if you need to. One hand underneath and one hand in front so that you're not falling forward. What you want is most of your weight on your supporting leg over here. This foot is down. You have weight on it, not that much, but some. And you need to be able to, and I have to do this with my hands, you need to be able to release it and put it back. So, let me do this with my hands. I'm going to change legs, I think. Maybe not. Hey, maybe not. Give me a minute. All right, so, this is fun. It's a learning opportunity for me and for anybody that's trying to watch it. All right, so all the way down, left side, using hands. No, doesn't want to go. So we're not doing that right now. I come back to it. My knee and my hip on my left side, no, they were protesting way too much on that. So I'll work on it, come back to it another time, maybe tomorrow. These sets develop the ability to move the body as you choose. Okay? So in our form, our Wudang Tai Chi has this movement. Alright, all the way down. There is a movement called Snake Creeps Down in Yang Style Tai Chi that is also all the way down. So if you have the leg strength, if you have the interest to build that up, here's the exercise to help do it. Let's practice our form. Yeah, I'm going to put on the nice music again. We may come back to this in a minute. Feet together. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Tuck the chin just a little. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Salute. Breathe out. Breathe in. All the way to the right. Open the left. Breathe out. Center. Arms up. Press down. Shift left, open right. Step through. Single whip. Turn. Raise your hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Fresh knee. Hands strum the loop. Fresh knee. Shift back, deflect downward. Parry. And punch. And yes, I did lose my balance on that. Seems I put my foot in the wrong place, and as I shifted, my weight went to where it didn't need to be. Pushback monkey. Diagonal flying. Raise the hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Fresh knee. Step up, knee to let's see bottom. Step through, fan through the back. Turn, hold fist, and chop. 1, 2, 3. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Ward off left side. Step through. Grasp the bird's tail. Turn. Single whip. Open both hands. Turn center. Left foot comes in. Right foot comes in. Stand straight. Left foot joins the right. Salute. And relax. Okay. I'm going to work on this set for just a second. Okay. One of the things that is extremely useful in practice is, and I've talked about this before, it's recognizing where there is a problem, where there is something that needs to be addressed, and going back to repeat that particular move so that you discover what it was that happened, that wasn't supposed to happen, or better case, you discover what did happen. Because it's not just for finding fault, it's finding the good stuff too. So where was I? Where did I feel really good? Where was that balance point that as I stepped into that position that it felt just right, that it felt, it really comfortable, right? So as we go through our form, both need to be paid attention to. All right, in my case, as I stepped just now, as I stepped, my heel caught the outside of the heel on my shoe. So as I transferred, knowing this helps really. So as I transferred my weight, the heel shifted, which caused my foot to shift. I couldn't compensate. I should have been able to, but I couldn't, right? And that's what happens. Knowing that, say, all right, blame the shoe. No, not that easy. I've tried that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's the shoes. No, it's not. It's not the shoes. It's not. Okay? It's me putting my foot where it needs to go. That's it. You got to blame the shoe. If I'm trying to wear 3-inch stilettos, then yeah, I can blame the shoes. But no, I can't blame the shoes. So, I'm going to repeat this, deflect downward, parry and punch, going this way. We'll do it 3 times. And I'm going to open up the step just a little bit. So it'll be a little bit longer step. Right? Same as we're in practice, right? So brush knee, shift back, deflect downward, parry, and punch. Second time. Brush knee, shift back, deflect downward, parry, and punch. Last time. Brush knee, deflect downward, parry, and punch. Pay attention, particularly for this set. Pay attention to where you put your foot as we step up to do deflect downward. All right, brush knee, shift back. If I turn too far, I'm going to come to this angle, which causes me a problem when I try to come back here. So I don't want to go that far. I want to be here. Not here, here. So, not so far over here. This is straight. It's about 45. That's about 75, right? I don't want to be here. I want to be here. It's a stronger position, and if you're too far, again, too open, the next step is a problem. Too far. I can do it, but I have to deviate a little bit from the standard step-by-step practice. And here, shift back, 45, nice, easy to do, come back to the front and step through. All right, that's what we want. The ability to take the dynamic and swing it around, absolutely. That's fun stuff. All right, but for practice, we're going slow today. All right, we had one more thing that I wanted to work on today. I had one more thing I wanted to work on. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to do it. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do it. And I think I'm going to skip it and we'll practice, let's practice the form one more time and then we'll finish up for today. Pay attention to your stepping method. Pay attention to where you put your foot and how you're setting yourself up for the next move. Also, keep this continuous, this long continuous in mind. I'm going to go just a tiny bit faster this time. So this is, we can build up to that dynamic kind of stuff, right? So just a little bit faster. Keep this idea of that continuous movement. Feet together. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Salute. Breathe out. Straight. Breathe in. All the way to the right. Release the left and open. Breathe out. Center. Arms up. And down. Open. Step through. Turn. Set yourself up. And turn again. Keep going. Open and push. Fingertips down, turn. Single whip. Shift back. Raise the hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Brush knee. Hand strum the loop. Brush knee. Deflect downward. Parry. and punch. Shift back, close the door, turn, crossing hands, turn, diagonal brush knee, grasp the bird's tail, pull down, press, and push. Turn, push out, turn, fist under the elbow, reach out, push back the monkey, hold ball, step behind, diagonal flying, turn, raise the hands, white crane spreads its wings, brush knee, step up, needle at sea bottom, step through, fan through the back, turn, hold the fist, and chop. 1, 2, 3. Deflect downward, parry, and punch. Shift back, ward off left side, step through, ward off right side, grasp the bird's tail, pull down, press, push. Turn, single whip, both hands open, palms up, turn the left toes in, bring the right foot in, press down, close the left to the right, salute. Stay there. I realize that's quite a bit faster than what we normally do, and there's a couple of reasons for it. One is that keeping connected, keeping everything going means that at some point you have to do it. It's the only way. Being familiar enough and comfortable enough with the sequence that when you speed it up, your muscle memory helps to take over so that you're not struggling to figure out, think about. I don't have to struggle to think about what I need to do next. It's just there. My body knows what it is. I can see it in my mind. I can visualize all of it. I know what's coming up. I've seen this movie a couple hundred times, right? Okay? So as we practice, we want to build that up. There is a fast form to Tai Chi. There are methods that I go this way. Just you don't follow. It's okay. And I'm not sure how much of this camera's going to pick up, but new camera is in the offing. Again, not sure how much of that the camera picked up, but if you look at the time codes, it's faster, right? We want to do that. We want to build up so that you can do that. Paying attention to all the fine details. The side effect is that now you know where all those details are and you can put them together, right? You know where all the possible glitches are, and you know how to smooth them out. Right? Slowly, one at a time, you know. Alright, now when we speed it up, it's just all there. So, we're going to keep working on strengthening the legs. We're going to build up a little bit more of this concept of smooth and continuous movement. And then we will spend some time coming up. Not this week. This week we're still working on legs. Okay? Next week maybe too. But coming up, we will work on this moving much more quickly. And how to do that with by directing the energy, not trying to muscle our way through it. Okay? It's Tai Chi. It's the internal arts. Right? Muscles are there for use. The mind directs pretty much everything. Appreciate you being here this morning. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow, and we will do this again Thursday and Friday for Qigong.